In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 safest countries in the world. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. The top safest nations are overwhelmingly from Europe. The Nordic nations of Europe are particularly noteworthy. Not only are Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, and Finland among the safest nations in Europe, but they are also among the safest nations on the planet. As a result, this area is regarded as the safest in the entire world. In this area, there are 0.8 homicides per 100,000 people. All 5 of these Nordic nations rank among the top 10 happiest nations in the world. Asia is the top-ranked region in terms of frequency. Homicide rates in both areas are roughly 3 per 100,000 people. The safest nations in the world have several things in common. Safe nations, for instance, typically exhibit high levels of prosperity, social welfare, and education. Safe nations also frequently have efficient criminal justice systems and governments that keep very positive ties with their populace. Here are top 10 safest countries in the world. So let's start. Number 10. Japan. Japan will be the 10th safest nation in the world in 2022. Japan has continuously received excellent rankings for having low crime rates, little internal strife, and almost no political turmoil, placing it among the top 10 nations in the Global Peace Index for the past 14 years. Although it hasn't done so yet, Japan's proximity to China and North Korea, two potentially hostile neighbors, could eventually endanger its security. Number 9. Singapore. Singapore is ranked 9th for 2022 on the GPI. Singaporeans felt the highest sense of personal security and had the most favorable interactions with law enforcement of any nation's citizens, according to a Gallup survey from 2018. Singapore has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, which may be related to the harsh punishments meted out for even minor offenses. Guns and other weapons are rigorously regulated by the government and police, and violent and confrontational crimes are uncommon in Singapore. Number 8. Czech Republic. The Czech Republic has experienced a steady decline in crime over the years, with violent crime rates particularly falling sharply. Naturally occurring calamities and acts of terrorism are likewise uncommon in the Czech Republic. Last but not least, the Czech Republic is home to a number of modern, well-run hospitals as well as a government-run health insurance program with inexpensive premiums and nearly universal coverage. Number 7. Slovenia. Slovenia, one of the former Yugoslavia countries, received top marks in not just one, but 3 different categories: travel security, health hazards, and road safety. Slovenia, like many Slavic nations, ushered in democracy in the middle of the 1990s and is currently committed to enhancing quality of life across a range of domains, including sustainability and safety. Number 6. Portugal. Portugal is ranked 6th among the most tranquil nations. Portugal was ranked 18th globally in 2014, but has subsequently improved significantly. Portugal has armed police, unlike Iceland and New Zealand, yet the country's crime rate has reduced as a result of enhanced police presence. Portugal has seen a recent economic revival, which has resulted in a drop in unemployment from over 17% to around 7%. Portugal frequently ranks among the finest places to retire, in large part because of how safe it is there. Number 5. Austria. Austria was rated as the 5th safest nation in the world. While violent protests after ongoing social turmoil continue to be a worry, these are rather simple to avoid, and Austria is a highly safe country to visit otherwise. Major crimes are rare, with the usual caveat to watch for pickpockets and purse snatchers. Furthermore, there haven't been any significant terrorist attacks in Austria recently. Number 4. Denmark. Danish is one of the safest and happiest nations in the world, ranking 4th on the 2022 Global Peace Index. One of the few nations where people, even children, say they feel safe at any time of day or night is Denmark. Denmark's residents feel safe and content because of the country's high level of equality and strong sense of shared responsibility for social welfare. Since honesty and trust are valued highly in Danish business and politics, corruption is uncommon. Despite having a high personal income tax, Denmark funds social programs that make sure everyone has access to benefits and services that allow them to live well. For instance, everyone in Denmark gets access to healthcare without any additional costs and free higher education, while the elderly are given at-home care assistance. Number 3. Ireland. Ireland experienced a considerable improvement in its level of peace, which helped it move up the rankings from 11th to 3rd. Outside of a few metropolitan neighborhoods, crime is fairly minimal, although, as in any country, one should be on the lookout for pickpockets and con artists in tourist hotspots, and there is no risk of terrorism or cultural violence. In truth, Ireland's stunning cliffs and meandering country roads should be respected, especially in the event of an unexpected downpour or in areas with poor cell service. They may be more dangerous than the country's inhabitants. Number 2. New Zealand. The second safest nation in the world is New Zealand. New Zealand has a similar low crime rate to Iceland, and violent crime is exceptionally seldom. Although there is little overall risk, it is nevertheless wise to exercise caution, especially in tourist regions. This is true in every nation in the world. New Zealand has no lethal species, in contrast to its neighbor Australia, which is renowned for its harmful biodiversity, including box jellyfish, taipan snakes, stonefish, funnel web spiders, and more. New Zealanders are typically liberal and have laws protecting everyone's right to free speech and expression. Police in New Zealand do not possess personal weapons, like in Iceland. Number 1. Iceland. Iceland is the safest nation in the world, according to the Global Peace Index, for the 14th consecutive year. The Nordic country of Iceland has a population of about 340,000, which is quite small. Because of its high standard of living, small population, strong social attitudes against crime, high level of trust in its well-trained police force, and lack of tension between social and economic classes, Iceland has an extremely low crime rate. Iceland has no standing military, and the police are not armed, only extendable batons and pepper spray. Iceland has laws that support equality, including ones that permit same-sex marriage and adoption, religious freedom, and salary parity for men and women. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.